happy Friday to you all. I hope you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are in the world when you watch this live. My name is Jess. I'm the owner photographer behind the lens here at JWilsonPix, and these are my hot seats. So my hot seats, I call them the JWP Hotseats, is a series that I started I want to say 2-3 years ago now, and I was doing them like multiple times throughout the week, and then I took a break, and then I started them again this year, and this year they happen every Friday. So my hot seats are about being able to give, it's like a really big shout out, right, to the amazing people that I connect with in my networking groups, and then I connect with here on social media. And the purpose of them is to allow the people to be able to get to know who the humans are behind the businesses and the brands that they see here on social media. So if you would like to come on a hot seat with me at any point in time, feel free to DM me the word hot seat and we'll chit chat about it. I'll send you the calendar link and you can get a spot. I'd love to have you come on. Today we're going to be talking to a new friend that I have made here online, Jennifer, and we have done our networking call and have a couple of different projects that we're working on, collaboration stuff that we're working on, and I'm super excited for you guys to get to meet her today. And funny thing is that she is an Arizona girl too. So if you are new around here, my family and I are originally from Arizona. We're from Pine Top up in the northeastern, the mountains, the White Mountains of Arizona, and we've been in Utah for about 8 years now. So it'll be just a few minutes here while we wait for her to come on, and then we'll start our hot seat. But while we're waiting, I'll just let you guys know we finished up my 10-day giveaway. So my birthday was yesterday. 10/10 is my birthday, and this year I wanted to, every year I always try to find something to do to celebrate my birthday and give back to the community somehow, some way, some form. And this year we did a 10-day giveaway. So I had a lot of nominations that came through, and we've got 10 winners, which I had posted in my stories about. I'll probably do another reminder just so that they remember to go and book and check their DMs for their links kind of thing. But we gave away 10 remote headshot photo sessions, and I'm super excited because some of the people that won were people that I was familiar with, and some of the people that won were people that I was not familiar with. So I get to work with some existing clients, and then I also get to work with some new people and make some new friends, which I'm totally stoked about. So let's push the right buttons and we'll jump on in. So again, if you want to come on a hot seat, just DM me the word hot seat. I'd love to have you on. We'll get you the link. Hi, Jennifer. How are you today?
Hello, I'm good. Sorry I'm running a little behind today.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, you know me, over communicator. I can find stuff to talk about. Like, we're good.
I figured you'd be fine.
Right.
Good to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you as well. How's your week been?
Really good, really good. Started out, a little slow, but yeah, everything's been great. I'm so happy it's Friday.
Right.
Looking forward to the weekend. Yeah, how about you?
Me too. It's been so this week has been a very weird week for me. My daughter, she's my middle child, my oldest daughter, and she worked really hard for the company that she works with to be able to go on a cruise to the Bahamas.
Ooh.
And she left like at the beginning of the week. I want to say it was like Saturday, Sunday, somewhere in there. She left.
Oh my gosh.
And so I've had all 3 of the grandbabies. I had her baby all week.
Oh my gosh.
And then of course the Hurricane Milton stuff happens.
Oh my goodness.
So this week has been like, my sleep schedule is way out of whack because the baby's schedule is his own schedule.
Yeah. I know how that is.
And then of course I have the whole like the mama roller coaster of emotions, right?
Oh
like
gosh, yeah.
I'm going back and forth between Life 360 and the National Weather Channel to check the radar like 100 times a day.
I bet. Are they're okay so far?
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
They the way that the cruise ship went, when the storm was going through over Florida, they were like, they moved out of the way. Yeah. So they were around behind, like, right. I guess they're islands in the Bahamas, the little different islands. right? So they had like some barriers between them kind of thing.
Okay.
So I was very thankful for that. And then we have a couple of friends that are actually in Florida. So we were like, what the heck? And
Yeah.
like keeping track of them to make sure that
Yeah.
they're okay. And then my biggest concern was like, when it's over, do they just like drop you off and they're like, get off the boat, figure it out, like
Yeah.
like happens, you know? So
Yeah.
it's been a very up and down week.
Right.
And I had to revert to that old motherhood trick of when the baby sleeps, mama sleeps, because he gets his butt up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and
Wow.
I don't. So it's been a very long week. It's been a good week. I love him to pieces and it's been a lot of fun to have him here with
Yeah.
us. And yeah, so I'm excited. It's Friday because she's
Yes.
supposed to be home tonight. And
Yay.
I'm just gonna redo everything over the
Reclaim,
weekend.
celebrate the
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah.
Yes,
Touching up on,
exactly.
I imagine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but it's been fun. It's been interesting, and it reaffirms my thought process if I'm too old to have any more babies. Like, that's all there is to it. I'll take care of the grandbabies, but I don't want any more babies of my own.
Yeah. I hear you.
So yeah, that's been interesting. And then my birthday was yesterday. I turned 49.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, thanks. And that was a lot of fun. It was like, I don't feel older, but I'm sure I will tomorrow.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, so I want you to tell everybody who is not familiar with your awesomeness, who you are and what it is that you do. And then we'll jump into your hot seat questions.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to chat with you as always today. Um, my name is Jennifer Jacobson, and I am a business mindset coach for coaches and online service providers. And really, what I do is I help people overcome their fears and their doubts in their business so that they can feel really, really confident and step into their authority and become empowered so they become magnetic to their dream clients. And yeah, because I believe that energy, that confidence, that conviction, and just belief in yourself is what people buy long term. So yeah, if you can show up like that, like that's way more than half the battle. That's like 90% of the battle is your mindset and really believing in yourself and what you do and how you help.
Mhm.
And the rest is, I feel like, just actions taken from that place. So yeah.
Right, just kind of falls into place. I was thinking about this after our one-to-one meeting that we had, and I
Yeah.
was going through my notes, and um, it got me to thinking. I was like, the perfect people to work with you are the people that are like myself, that feel like when you do like these virtual meetings one-to-one, or you're meeting people in person and they get to feel your energy and your vibe and like read your body language and your facial expressions while you're talking about whatever it is. If you're someone that feels like that translates into more business for you, it's because of how you're showing up and stuff,
Oh yeah.
right? And so anyhow, it was making me think about how like it was like, yeah, I could totally see that.
Yeah.
Like if you feel like when you are dealing with people in person and they get to directly engage with you, that you have business happening, but then all the rest of the time it's like crickets.
Mm.
And those are the people that are fantastic to work with you, because you are able to show them how to show up the way they do in person,
Yeah.
like in everything else that they're doing, like how to carry it over into the other aspects of stuff.
Yeah.
I promise I'll get to the point.
Yeah. Oh, right. But I think sometimes there are those people who even struggle in person, who even just,
Yeah.
they might just not feel very confident. They might have, and again, like a lot of the people I work with, they have perfectionistic tendencies. They have a lot of imposter syndrome. And then there's those people who just are like always spinning in their head, right? And so, yeah. And so really that's the same thing. You're spinning in your head because you have limiting beliefs. You're spinning in your head and doubting yourself and having worries and fears and anxiety about whatever because your thoughts they need readjusting.
Right,
Your
right.
We
Like
need to,
they're not getting out anywhere, so they just keep going.
yeah, yeah. So we need to refocus you on the right things, the things that are gonna help you to feel more confident and move your business forward. So
Love it. Okay. All right. Are you ready for your questions?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. So question number one is that I would love to know. So we have established that we're both Arizona girls. You're in Arizona.
Love it.
I won't say where for privacy reasons, whatever kind of thing. You can talk about that if you want. But what is your absolute favorite thing about living in Arizona?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things. I would say it's right around this time of year when it starts to cool down, and we know like this. I mean, people who live in Arizona, they know this is the time of year where everything just gets so amazing because it's like everyone else in the country is like snowed in and like it's freezing cold,
Right.
and we're just stepping out of our houses because we don't have to step in the oven anymore. We're actually stepping in beautiful weather, and it's just, and I have to say one thing that I love too is like all the palm trees. I always, when I was a little girl, I would read books about people who lived where palm trees existed, and being from the Midwest originally, like I never saw a palm tree ever.
Yeah.
I love palm trees. I love the mountains. I love just, yeah, I just love being outside and just really, truly taking it all in and being able to go for hikes and just be in nature. And it's just pretty amazing here.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
Love that. Love that. I would have to say I agree. The weather is one of my favorite things about Arizona as well.
Yeah.
I personally do not mind the heat. I'm like, give me the heat all day. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather be sweating buckets on the regular, because then I'm like, oh, my body's just detoxing. It's working. It's doing what it's supposed to do versus freezing, right?
Yeah.
But I really, really, really miss the monsoon season. Utah does not have a monsoon season.
Yeah.
Like it's rained here a couple of times in the 8 years that we've been here, but it is nothing like an Arizona monsoon. I don't care if you're up north in the high country or if you're down in the valley. There's just something about the smell and the feel and the energy and the sounds that comes from Arizona monsoons.
So cool. Love that too. Just because it's different too. It's you know, you have that for a little while and it's kind of just a different environment for a while from what you're used to, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. I remember when we first moved here, everybody was like, oh, you're from Arizona, so it's going to be way different for you. Like we get like lots of snow and da-da-da-da-da. And then after like the first 3 years, I was like, what are people talking about out here? Like Arizona winters and snow in the high country, like is more than I have ever seen the whole entire time we've been here in Utah.
That's
like
interesting.
It's never snowed. Of course, we are like, if you look at the map, like Salt Lake is here and we're down here, right? So maybe in other parts of Utah it is. But in the area we're in, I'm like, this is like nothing. This is like, yes, we're in winter and there's like, what, like 5 inches of snow on the ground. I can still go out in my slippers and my leggings.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. And I've only been to Park City, I think. So yeah, that's the only place in Utah.
Yeah, Park City probably gets a lot more snow than we do because it's higher up and that's where the ski resorts and stuff are. So it would make sense they'd get more. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So are you ready for your next question?
I think so.
Okay. So my next question for you is that I want to know, what was the aha moment for you that made you decide that you wanted to be, I just have it written down as confidence coach, but I know that your label is more than that. Okay. Yeah. But what was the aha moment for you that this is what you wanted to do and how you wanted to help people and how you wanted to do your business kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Such a really, really good question. I have the worst memory, so it's hard for me to like pinpoint like moments, but I think the aha really was when I realized how much like our brains are such a key part of like running a business. And I don't mean like thinking about like what to do. I mean thinking about like the internal stuff, like
Right.
how much our thoughts really impact our feelings and then our actions and then our results.
Yeah.
So I think that was a huge aha for me because, and even like just in more of a general sense, like I never thought that my thoughts were such a big deal. Like I always thought like if I just had a feeling, it just was a feeling. Like it just was this feeling that just, came over me. And really it's not. Like every feeling, if you think about it, comes from a thought that you're having. And a lot of times we're not conscious of the thoughts that we're having. We are not aware that we're having a thought, but we're always having thoughts. And they're just sentences running in our heads and they're just stories we're telling ourselves.
Right.
But here's the exciting piece. And this is what I don't know if this was the aha or the like just excited, like, oh my gosh, this is like life-changing stuff here, is that we have 100% control of our thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So what that tells us is that if we can change our thoughts, we can change our feelings, we can change our actions, and then we can change our results. So that's why, like everything in business, if you can get super keyed in and aware of the thoughts that you're having, all the rest of it is easy.
Right. Right. I
Because
love
then you
that.
know what actions to take, and then you'll know what your results are going to be.
Right. It's like being super intentional from like the foundation up or foundation out.
Yeah. Intention has always been my word. You know how people pick a word every
Yeah.
year? Intention is always my word every
Right.
year. It never
Yeah.
changes.
It's a good word to have.
It's,
It definitely helps keep things in perspective and where you're putting your time and your energy when you're doing
yeah.
things.
And
I love
it gives us the power. It makes us empowered and it keeps us in control of our lives because so much is out of our control in our lives, but we can always control our thoughts. So,
right, right. I love that. Okay. See, that wasn't a scary question. Okay, my last question for you is I would love to know where, if you could go on vacation anywhere in the world, there was no red tape, there was no time limits, there was no monetary limits or anything like that, and you could go for however long you wanted to and take whoever you wanted with you, where would you go and why do you choose that place?
oh, I'm already planning this trip. So really, really want to go to Spain, and I want to take my family. I want to take my husband and my three girls, and I just want to go to Spain for at least 2 weeks and just explore and see all of the amazingness there and have tapas and drink sangria and all of so yeah, that's
I
it.
love that.
Because I've already started planning this trip. I don't know when it's going to happen, but my
You're like,
business
it's
is
gonna
paying
happen.
for it, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, what are some of the bucket list places that you're going to be checking out when you go on this trip?
Yeah, well,
The key spots,
yeah,
because if you're already planning, then I know that means that you have very particular spots that you've already picked out that you want to go visit first.
yeah. Well, definitely the beach. We love beaches. So I don't remember what Costa Brava is it. Costa Brava, Costa de la Brava. I don't know. Anyways,
I have no idea.
the coast. Definitely Madrid and Barcelona. And I haven't researched quite like all the exact spots, but both of those cities I know are just going to be fantastic. So yeah, definitely those three
Yeah,
places. Yeah,
that'll be awesome. Make sure you take lots of pictures.
I will. I will.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Please do.
Right? I love that. Okay, well, those were my three questions for you. So before we flip the script and let you ask me three questions, I just want to do a quick shout out and say hello to all of our friends that are joining us. Thank you guys for being here with us today. Feel free to play along and give us your answers to the questions that we're asking each other. And again, if you want to come on a hot seat of your own, DM me the word hot seat. Let's connect and we'll get you on the calendar. So with that, Miss Jennifer, what are your questions for me? We get to flip the script script now, and you get to ask me 3 random questions.
Yes. Okay. So first question is, what's your favorite picture you've ever taken? Can you think of like one photo? Gotta be a really, really hard question because I'm sure you have so many to choose from, but can you imagine like very favorite that you've taken actually exists?
I guess I would have to say like I have lots of pictures. I've been doing my photography business for over 20 years. So it is a very hard thing to pick like just one, because I can think of multiple different sessions where I've had some really awesome pictures come through. But I think I'll go with one for the purpose of this question.
Okay.
There is a couple back home in Arizona who they, like, I was their photographer for like, I was like their life photographer. So like they graduated high school, they got engaged, I did their pictures. They got married, I did their pictures. They got pregnant, I did their pictures. They had their first baby, I did their pictures.
Amazing.
And we did that for a couple of their children. Their second born baby is actually my birthday twin. So I got to do his birth session for my birthday when he was born. Their first baby, so back to scrolling, sorry. The picture that I'm talking about, that I'm thinking about, that was a very special picture, and one of many, because I have so many, but we'll go with this one. With their first baby that was born, I would have to say probably the picture from their birth session of when he was born, and they took him and they placed him on his mom's chest. And he had his mom and dad there. And to me, like, that picture was like the epitome of that transition from, so my personal beliefs are that like when a woman is pregnant, she's already a mother, right? When the baby is born, it just solidifies that.
Yeah.
When the baby is born, all of a sudden the dad is introduced into the picture more, and they become like this family unit.
Yeah.
Versus like the individual pieces. And that picture kind of captured that moment, that transition moment, if you would, of where they go from like these individual pieces that work together to a cohesive unit kind of thing.
So beautiful.
And I think of that every time that I see that picture when I'm going through my pictures to look for stuff or whatever. I think of that every time, because I'm like, oh, this was that moment when they became a family versus just two people that love each other that, you know, are married and pregnant kind of thing. So,
I love it.
Yeah,
so,
that'd be it.
So good. I'm so impressed how you were able to come up with one, because I'm like, photographer.
That's an easy one. That's top of mind, easy one. There's so many others, but yeah, anyhow.
Okay. And staying along the lines of business, what do you, here's number 2, ready or not, here it comes. What is your favorite piece of advice you've ever been given in terms of business, or maybe it's even a book that you read or a podcast that you listened to, but what's like your favorite piece of business advice?
My favorite piece of business advice for me personally, and that I recommend when other people ask me, would probably be to read the Go Giver series books.
Okay.
They're co-authored by Bob Berg, and
awesome.
there's 5 books. They're literally like this size.
Okay.
And I'm kind of a book nerd and a fast reader, so this is like a 30-minute read for me, if that kind of thing. Not bragging, okay, kind of bragging, but I'm just saying they're really fast, easy read. And they just released a 5th book, so now there's 5 books. But the whole series is about how to be a leader, how to be an influencer, how to do this, how to do that. And the books are filled with fables, if you would. Okay, where you have a story that is told to you that teaches you the concept of what they're going for.
Okay.
But the focus of it is all about being like heart focused, service focused, not being a spammy, icky door-to-door salesman for vacuum cleaner parts or used car salesman kind of ick kind of deal.
Nobody.
Yeah, it's all about how, like, when you just naturally are who you are
Yeah.
and you approach how you do things in your business or in your personal life, because it can be applied to both,
Right.
with a heart focused, service focused mindset versus it's all about me and let me get all the money, da, 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 and not caring about who it is that you're working with and whatnot. How business just kind of falls naturally into place,
Okay.
and the cycle just keeps repeating, kind of deal, because that's how you're doing it. And so I like to read through that series once every year.
Okay.
It's kind of a New Year's resolution, but not. Like, it's just something I do every year because they're
Yeah.
fast, easy reads. And I
Okay.
feel like every time I read through them, I get a little something different
Yeah.
from each of the stories because I'm in a different place, right? But it's a great reminder. And I would say those would be my go-to advice
Amazing.
for business stuff, because it can be applied to both, but it really helps you to figure out and hone down who you want to be in your business and how you want to show up for others and how you want to serve, and then gives you ways to implement that.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I just wrote it down. I'm gonna check those out.
Perfect. You'll have to tell me how you like them.
I will. Well, I'm a very slow reader. I'm like, so it might be.
That's okay. No judgment here. No judgment, no pressure. You just let me know.
Absolutely. All right, you ready for the third one?
Okay, let's go.
I love the travel, like focus we've talked about today. You asking me where I would want to go. So my question for you is, where is your favorite place you've been in the world?
Oh, geez. Um, so this is a hard question, actually, because I am not very much of a traveler.
Oh,
Like, I've not been to a lot of places.
okay. Okay.
Um, and I'm okay with that. Just I don't know. I've just never been one to be like, oh, I want to just like go or whatever.
That's
I don't
me.
know why I'm like that, but I am.
Yeah.
But out of the few places that I have been to, um, geez, this is going to sound so corny. I've been to different places in Colorado. I've been to a dude ranch in Colorado when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
I was born in California, so I've been to places in California. We've gone on vacation once to a beach in California. Um, we're in Utah now. We've gone to visit family in like Alamogordo, which is New Mexico.
Okay.
And I think that's pretty much the extent of my travel time.
Yeah.
And I have to say, out of all of those places, my favorite place is my hometown of Pine Top, Arizona.
Really?
Yeah, because the Pine Top Lakeside, so it's more like Pine Top and Greer, the Greer area up in there. Like, it's just so
Oh,
beautiful. It's so green. You're out in the woods and there's wildflowers and there's trees and forests and there's springs, like natural formed springs and streams and lakes, and there is just there's nothing that's quite as pretty as that area up there for me. Everything has been pretty, like, in its own
yeah.
right, but it's just not that kind of
Yeah.
pretty. So that my hometown is my favorite place.
Sweet. No, I think that was
I'm
really
like, I'm such a dork. I haven't been anywhere else to
that's
compare.
beautiful. I mean, look at that. Like, and you can always go back there
Yeah,
and around
yeah,
and yeah. Okay,
yeah.
now you want to go to Pine Top. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If you can, go check it out. Go up to Pine Top. They have fall festivals coming up, I
Okay.
believe. Maybe it's already passed. I'm not
Yeah.
100% on that.
Basically that stuff.
Yeah. But well, yeah, and fall festival is a lot of fun, but it's super crazy because that's when everybody from the valley comes up and traffic is horrendous and
Yeah.
everything else to go after fall
Oh,
festival, right? Um,
better time.
but if you're gonna go, I highly recommend um, going up to the Greer area, because
Okay.
Greer, I did a lot of destination weddings up in Greer. Like,
Okay.
it's literally like you pull off of the main road
Hmm.
and it's just like this little area that's set off to the side, and there's one road that goes through. Well, 8 years ago,
Yeah.
there was one road that went through, and you could
Okay.
cafe, you could stop at the hotel, you could, get an Airbnb, rent a cabin out there, area kind
Sounds awesome.
that ends in a parking lot area where you can like get out and go hike and go walk through the streams and the vegetation and the forests. And I don't know, it reminds me of the dinosaur movie with the little dinosaur that like gets lost. His parents get lost, they get separated by the comet or whatever, and he has to like go find, and he's like walking through the forest and it's all lush and beautiful. That's what it reminds me of up there. Like it's just gorgeous. So highly recommend. If you do go up north and go visit, make sure you definitely go check out Greer, go stop in there for like lunch and go check it out, kind of thing.
All right. Thanks.
You won't be disappointed.
Okay. Sounds awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's like that time of year where I'm like kind of wanting to go up north because I feel like everyone's heading up that way. So
yeah. Well, and I feel like a lot of people stop at Flagstaff, right?
Yeah.
They stop at Flagstaff because they're like, oh, this is gorgeous. There's so much to do here. Da, 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 da. And it's like, oh, but if you only go like 2 more hours.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where the treasure awaits.
I'm always searching for the treasure.
Yeah. So if you do go, you'll have to let me know, and I can give you some recommendations of good places to stop and eat or whatever if you want. All right. Well, those were awesome questions. Thank you for asking them. I feel like the questions part is the one that people are always the most nervous about because I'm like, oh, it's just 3 random questions, and they're like, random? About what? What are you gonna ask? And I'm always like, it's not going to be scary. It'll be something with business or personal or but it's fun. Okay, so tell everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Tell everyone what you do really quick too. But just in case, like somebody's on here that doesn't know you yet, even though maybe they already know you, but you should.
That's true. Thank you for that. You are right. I was thinking about that before, and I was like, I should put that in my introduction in case people are just stopping in and they're new. But I'm just so used to just getting into it. Okay, well, thank you for that. So hi, if you're new here, my name is Jess, and I do remote photography services. I do headshots and branding photography for busy solopreneurs. In a nutshell, I take over the camera on your device and shoot your pictures through your device from your location. And if you would like to know more, you have to connect with me so you can find out more information. And my DMs are open, so slide on in and ask any questions that you might have. Okay, so Jennifer, I want you to tell everybody what you have going on, what you have coming up, so we can get some eyeballs on your stuff.
Yeah.
And make some connections. Also, I had a note in here to throw in here that I signed up for your coffee chat networking.
Yay!
I have not yet made it to one because, like I said, this week has been all crazy.
Yeah.
But it is reoccurring on my calendar, so hopefully next week I will be able to pop in.
I would love to see you there. And anyone watching this, you guys, if you are a coach or a provider, and mainly online, but it's there every single week, and it's more than just a coffee chat. Like this is not just networking, it's truly connecting. We have really a lot of fun. I got to be honest with you. Get into some really great discussions. A couple weeks ago, the ladies were like, this is like a high-level mastermind mixed with like a really good comedy show. Like it was so helpful but fun at the same time.
Right.
So always make sure that everyone in that group gets tons of support because, we're all kind of doing this on our own, and I want to create a space where people can really connect and get support from one another. Yeah. So so that's what I've always got going on. My Facebook group is always open, and you join that and come in, introduce yourself. Once we've connected, I'm always happy to let people promote their offers in there too. Like I'm of the abundance mindset. Like I just want to like share everyone's stuff. So feel free to do that. I don't have anything I'm currently launching, but I'm in that mode where I'm going to doing some sort of masterclass, some sort of workshop. So stay tuned for that. Just follow me here on Instagram and you will see all the new stuff that's going to be coming around the corner. I'm like, my brain's spinning, but I haven't like put anything down yet.
Right.
So we'll see what I come up with. But
That's awesome. Okay. Okay. Well, and I'm just gonna, like I said, go out and vouch for the Facebook group and the coffee chat stuff, because I'm signed up for those things to participate, and I've really enjoyed being in the Facebook group. I am not super active on Facebook, but I have the notifications popped on so that I can go in there and chit chat and stuff. And I love that everybody is like it's very community feeling focused on like, yeah, tell me what it is that you do so I can add you to like a referral list, right? Versus being spammy and silly and all of that stuff kind of thing. So I have enjoyed it myself.
Coming up, Jess, do you have any current offers, anything that you're, wanting to talk about?
Look at you, always turning it back around on me. I had to think for a minute. I was like, wait, do I?
Of course you do.
Well, we just finished up. So we just finished up my birthday giveaway. Yay. So we have 10 recipients of a complimentary remote headshot session, and that was to celebrate my birthday. People sent in their nominations, and then I pulled from the list. And we had one winner every day from the first until yesterday. Oh my God. So that just finished up. The only other thing I can think, well, okay, I have a couple of things now that I'm thinking about it. So today is the 11th, which I don't know why I need to look at my watch to remember that. But so you have until the 15th. I'm doing $99 mini headshot sessions. So those are open until the 19th. That doesn't mean that you have to shoot them by the 19th. That means that you to take advantage of that price for the minis. Okay. You have to book it, like get on the calendar at some point by the 15th. So I have that going on. That closes down on the 15th. I have my remote photography Pix 101 course that it's almost completed. I'm waiting for my friend that I'm collaborating with on this. So when I did this pivot to remote photography, there were no resources for me to like find information. And the photographers that I followed that were doing it before weren't doing it anymore. Okay. So I've basically just kind of created a very, very foundational course, if you would. I say foundational, that's probably not the right word for it. But what I want it to be is for like other people that are doing photography, whether they're established photographers, new photographers, hobbyist photographers, and they are considering doing something different. Maybe they want to pivot into doing remote photography. Yeah. And if they do, this is like a starting point for them of like, this is how I've got to where I'm at in what I'm doing. This is what I tried, what worked, what didn't work. This is where I'm at now. And then they can start here and build their business out from there. So,
sounds so, yeah.
I'm excited for that. It'll be fun. I've got my half done, and then my friend that I'm working on it with, she's putting together a section where she's going to be doing, thanks, Adam. So she's going to be doing a section in that course that will be lead generation, marketing, and advertising, and it's specifically focused for photographers. Oh, awesome. Whether it's remote or in person, it's still the same, right? Like it's just how we provide the service is different. So I'm waiting for her to get her part done, and then we're going to do some market research. We have a couple of people that we're going to have go through it, and we have to figure out our pricing, and then we'll be launching that. Hopefully we'll be launching that before New Year's. Awesome. Still on the table. We'll see. And then I have another project that I'm working on with another colleague.
Yeah, I was wondering what he meant by heart pictures. I was like, is he like a heart surgeon? And you like hearts?
No, he meant great pictures. This is Adam Tech Tools. He's a dear friend of mine. We met on Clubhouse. I'm totally gonna squirrel us here if that's okay. We met on Clubhouse and we became friends on Instagram, and we like cheered each other on our engaging in each other's content. for months, right?
Yeah.
And then at one point he had made a comment about like, I don't do pictures because I would break the camera. And so I messaged him and I was like, Adam, my friend, I don't think you'll break the camera. And even if you do, I have insurance on it. Let's do this. And he's like, okay. And since then, we have worked on several different photo shoots together. And Adam is always my biggest cheerleader. He's always sharing about my services. And he's like, you are my photographer, my one and only photographer. I hated pictures before working with you.
Oh my
And so
that's a great touch
adore
right there.
yeah. So okay, so that's I have one more project I have coming up, which is probably not going to launch until after New Year's, and that's just going to be a branding collaboration where I have a friend of mine that is a brand identity designer and strategy person, and we're working on a collaboration together where she will be teaching about her part, and then I will be teaching about the importance of having branded images and why that makes a difference and why that's better than using stock images, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, those are the things I have working on.
That's awesome. So yeah, see,
that was a lot.
Now you've got like 20. That's
right?
amazing.
Yeah. I tend to not like think about that part of it, right? I'm just like, yeah, I'm working on stuff, whatever. All right. Well, thank you for that, Jennifer. I would love for everybody that is here participating and hanging out with us today, if you guys would please make sure that you go over and connect with Jennifer, give her a follow if you are so inclined. We don't like to pressure you, but we do like to invite you.
Yes.
If you're not following me, give me a follow if you feel so inclined. Go check out the information in her links and the content that she has going on and that she's sharing about. I highly recommend that if you want to get in on the coffee chats and the Facebook group, schedule a one-on-one with her because she's hilarious. She's a lot of fun. You're a lot of fun and you're hilarious. I love your sense of humor and your energy.
Same
so it's good to make good connections and rub elbows with nice people. So just go do it. All right. Well, what do you have planned for this weekend besides resting?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know, but I know my husband and I are going to a Halloween themed speakeasy this afternoon, actually.
Fun.
I'm super excited about that because I'm all about the Halloween stuff. I love Halloween. So yeah, so we're gonna go check that out and see what it's like.
Well, that'll be fun. You'll have to let me know.
I will. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing after that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So do you guys do like the haunted mazes and the haunted houses and stuff?
No, I'm too scared of that stuff. I just go have a cocktail.
No. I feel you on that. I have never gone to any of those kinds of things. My kids love to go to them, and I'm like, no. I'm like, I gave birth to you. I can sneeze and pee for free. I don't need to pay someone to scare me to make me pee my pants, okay? Because that's probably what's going to happen, and I'm not paying for that.
Yeah. They love all the like haunted houses. Love scary movies, and my husband and I are like, Like I did that once when I was little, and I think I probably peed my pants then too.
Yeah, I'm like, no. When we moved from Arizona to Utah, I think that was the first year, excuse me. I think that was the first year that I heard about the haunted houses that they were doing. I think there was like one or two that was in Phoenix where you had to sign a disclaimer before you went in.
Yeah.
Because they like literally beat the crap out of you, like shave your head, pour stuff on you. Do you know what I'm talking about, right? Have you heard of those?
Oh my God.
Is it still happening? Do they still have them?
I haven't heard about it. My kids haven't come home bald, so
thank goodness.
So I think we're good. I don't know.
Thank goodness. Yeah, no, I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why would people go like
I don't know.
Those are the people that get killed on the scary movies because they're like, there's no bad guy in the garage. I'm just going to go in there and do whatever. No. Who does that? Anyhow, I'm going to have to up now to see if they're still doing those, because I was like, that's just beyond me. That's
No,
crazy.
that's, you know, if they're signing something or not, like that can't be okay.
Yeah, yeah, no, they literally have to sign like a waiver thing saying that, like, you know, if they come out and they have been shaved bald on one side, or they've been injured and they're bleeding or whatever, they're wounded, that they can't sue them because they agreed to go in and participate in this level of scariness.
I
Which
don't think I can do that. No.
I don't think you could pay me enough to go do
No.
that.
Me neither. Yeah.
All right. Well, on that weirded out moment
Yeah.
for you all, I hope you have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you.
I
You too.
totally,
And who's watching, thank you for
yes,
joining me
yes,
to silliness today. This has been a lot of fun. Love this on Friday.
yes.
So needed. Yes.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming and taking time to come out and hang out. Excited to hear about the speakeasy adventure. It will be fun.
I will, yeah, check out my stories, you guys. I will be posting all the speakeasy stuff in the stories this afternoon. So
perfect. I will be watching for it. All right.
yeah.
Have a great weekend, all. We'll see you guys next
So
week.
bye.
Bye.